YouTube, how we been? We're back. YouTube play of the day. We got one spot today. I'm going plus money again. I'm going right back to the plus money spot. Appreciate all your support as always. Feel like we've been getting a lot more. Obviously, I think people are just starting to see the numbers that we're putting up, and obviously, I try to get on here as much as I can, put my head down, grind on these, and hopefully more people keep tuning in. But I appreciate all you guys who continue to come back here and make money with me. I really appreciate it. I say that and then have to talk about some L's here. So Jansen Junk under 3.5. I was at that game. Yelich, I think, had two of them. He ended with 5, I think. Wasn't expecting 2 Ks against Churio and Yelich in the first inning. So that was at least he got it over quick and didn't have to worry about that one. So I also do have to talk about past the prop. I did lose yesterday as well on the plus 118, which is good. And then recapping our last couple. I believe we had to talk about, I don't know if I talked about this. I'll check back on my last show. But Montero under 3.5, Springs 4 was my last past the prop play. Before that one, I'll go back and check just to confirm. But then I lost Andre Pianti as well. So I believe those will just offset, and I'll put that. It's already all into the thing here already. So I believe we are down to 1 point something from our last show here. So let's get this all set. I believe it's 22-6. We were closing in on 25. Now we got some work to do, guys, which sucks, but it's also fun, right? We just keep kind of teetering around there. We were at 24. We lost like 1.4 because I did lose my 2 long shots that were 0.2 unit spots. So that was unfortunate. But I was at the game last night. Awesome game. Shout out to the crew. Come back. I hope someone did it. I wish I would have did that as my long shot. But Isaiah Collins, 2 RBIs, 2 hits. Talked about him as a guy that I've been liking a lot. His at-bats have been great. He's looked really, really comfortable in the box lately. And hopefully somebody threw that in somewhere because that was obviously a fun one there. I talked about it on the show, but didn't really know how I wanted to play them. So that's, we'll take those. So I'm actually playing a pretty good plus money spot. I'm going to be playing Brandon Pfaadt, 5 hits allowed, and Glasnow 7 Ks. And that's going to be at plus 116. If you're a guy who doesn't want to play that much, you can go to the minus 137, but I do want to play the plus money spot with the plus 116 on DraftKings right now. I feel like these are pretty high-level outcomes in this game. Brandon Pfaadt, obviously, I will fade him to oblivion always. He's facing Detroit. I know they've been terrible lately, which I don't love, obviously. I wish they were playing better. But what I will say is they have been still on the year very good against right-handed pitching. I'm looking at their numbers here over the last 15 because I know they've been horrible with the Tigers. I know they've been one of the they are the worst team in baseball over their last 11 games, and I get that, I do. But Brandon Pfaadt, I'm going to the well as much as I can. He's still sub 20% strikeout rate, which I think is important. Also, he still has a 5% walk rate. I know he's had a couple pretty big walk games. But I'm relying on talent here, and I'm going to go to Detroit on the season. They still have a 102 WRC plus, and that's with this absolutely dreadful little run that they've been on here. Because I know I've been pretty much fading them all the time in DFS because they've been really, really bad, and they've obviously taken a huge fall in the standings, as you can see. I know they're still first in the Central, but they were up pretty big. I just like that they've won the last 2 games. I think that's going to be a big turnaround here for them. So sign me up. I really like the Tigers to get to Pfaadt today. And Tyler Glasnow is going to be play number 2. I love Tyler Glasnow. He's one of my favorite pitchers to watch. Not as high on my list as Logan Gilbert. Obviously, Logan Gilbert's got a special spot there. I just love watching him pitch, but the Reds on the season, 22.5% K rate against right-handed pitching. Glasnow finally getting a little bit more stretched out. We've seen 88 against the Brewers. And then we've seen 106 against the Twins in a 7-inning outing. Those are 12 strikeouts in that one. The Twins obviously are not the greatest team in the world, but they don't strike out against righties that much. They have a 21% K rate, 100 WRC plus, so literally just an average team. And now you're going against the Cincinnati team that's 102 WRC plus, but 23% strikeout rate. And obviously Glasnow's stuff is filthy. His four-seamer still 96. The slider has a 37. Curveball has a 48% whiff rate. I love to see that he's throwing that curveball a little bit more this year, and using that sinker to get those easier outs. I'm baffled seeing a sinker thrown 18% of the time with a .91 batting average against and a 21% whiff. You just don't see that, right? With a sinker, you just don't see whiff rates that high on it. So I've been really impressed with Glasnow. I'm happy to see that he's back in the rotation and getting his work in. So I'm going to go again. I'm going against Fott again, and I'm going with Glasnow here to get the job done. This Reds team is very hit or miss. They remind me a lot of the Angels. They got a lot of power, playing in the small ballpark. It's just he just doesn't give up that much hard contact. He's got a 36.6% hard hit rate. That's not bad at all. Expected WOBA top 10%. Like his stuff is just so good. I'm perfectly content going against this Reds team, even if it isn't a bad park. So fading Fott yet again, and then going with Glasnow 7 strikeout. Plus 116 on DraftKings. I think this is a great spot for plus money. I'm going to give a heads up. They won't let me do the hits allowed bought down on action. So just I've been throwing in filler plays to kind of take spots there. So just be on the lookout. Obviously, this is the play I'm rolling with, but I just got to put that out there because I know a lot of people go over there and look now, which I love. I appreciate all you guys tuning in over there. But I'm going to have to do something different. Maybe I'll have to do 2 plays or something like that. But, yeah, really like the spot, and plus 116, can't complain. So I'm looking to add on. Tyler Glasnow, 7 strikeouts, Fott 5 hits allowed, plus 116. Hopefully we'll get another winner for you guys today. So have a good one, guys, and best of luck on all your bets.